Franky Talks Rugby. Today we will be going through the lineups for Ireland and Wales Saturday's game. Kickoff is at 2:30 at the Principality Stadium. Let's start with the Ireland side, from fullback down to number 9, and then 8 down to 1, then the replacements bench. Addison, Conway, Farrelly, Aki, Stockdale, Carty, Marmion, Conan, Mahoney, Byrne, Ryan, Henderson, Ryan, Scannell, Kilcone. Replacements bench: Best, Porter, Furlong, Toner, Murphy, McGrath, Ringrose and Carney. A lot of changes from last weekend's team that got hammered by England. If we look, for instance, at number 10, there is no specialist cover for Jack Carty. You'd have Gary Ringrose coming on, or you'd have Will Addison that can also play at 10 if needs be there. Johnny Sexton is not being risked in this game. Probably a smart move by Joe Smith, seeing that it's just out from the World Cup and you don't want to lose Sexton. I think he's a key cog in that Irish setup, and without him they will definitely be in a darker place. Okay, Joe Smith will finalize his squad after this game, so you think that everybody is now pushing for that spot on the plane. So Saturday's game is big in the sense that, you know, it's last chance saloon almost for people to put their hands up, because you might think that Smith would play his strongest team next weekend up at the Viva Stadium when they play Wales at home to take a bit of momentum into the World Cup. He'd be praying very hard for no injuries this weekend, and if that's the case, next weekend he plays a stronger team. Rory Best is on the bench, with Scannell getting a start. It also means that guys like Sexton, Robbie Henshaw, Keith Earls, they have very limited game time at the moment, so you'd think that he'd give them a go next weekend. Not much I can say, just apart from I was really shocked with the fact that Ireland got hammered by England by that margin, and I did not see that coming at all. So Ireland would definitely want to put in a good performance this weekend and try and get things rolling in the right direction again. Okay, let's move over to Wales. We start at the back, fullback. Alan Amos, Lane, Scott Williams, Watkin, Steph Evans, Jared Evans, Alan Davies. Josh Navidi, James Davies, Aaron Shingler, Bradley Davies, Bird, Samson Lee, Ryan Elias, Reece Carr. Replacements: Elliot D, Rob Evans, Leon Brown, Jack Ball, Ross Mority, Thomas Williams, Reece Patchell, Jonah Holmes. Welsh side, pretty strong side. The Welsh has been in a good space for a long time now, world #1 team, so that speaks for itself. I think Warren Gatland works his squad really hard, and I think he's prepared them well again, and you can see that in the way they play. I also think they've built good depth over the past few years, and he's played a lot of young players, and that's really paying dividends now for him and for Welsh rugby. Okay, here's just a few quotes from his press conference earlier today when he announced the team. Regarding fly-off, Reece Patchell has been named on the bench, and Gatland says the Scarlets fly-off and Evans will get a half each to impress, to see who's going to be on the plane with Dan Bigger in the other fly-off spot for the Rugby World Cup. He says it is probably a straight shootout. Jared gets an opportunity. We know a little bit more about Reece Patchell, so the pressure is on him, that's Evans, and he understands that fully. So it's about coming out, starting a game, controlling a game, Reese will get the second half, and it's about him coming on and making an impression. The two of them are well aware that they'll get a chance, and it's probably a shootout between the two of them. He couldn't put it straighter to them, so we could probably expect a big performance from both of them, seeing that they're both going to get a half. You just hope that they don't come on and try and do too much by themselves. So let's see how they go. Best of luck to both of them. What else does Mr. Gatlin say here? Corey's had a cortisone injection. Okay, Corey has a cortisone injection in his ankle. He's been scanned and nothing showed up on that. He's getting a bit of pain and the injections seem to improve it, as they always do. Corey's been off his feet a lot. He's been doing some running and stuff. We're just being precautionary with him. Okay, so, yep. That's Mr. Warren Gatland. Two debutants in Owen Lane and Reese Carr. Guys, please excuse me again if I pronounce your names wrong. I've got my Welsh friend coming up on Sunday. We'll be reviewing the game. After the game, I'm going to have my Welsh mate in studio and we're going to discuss. So watch out for that video, please. Another quote here by Mr. Warren Gatland. He says, it's a great opportunity for Reese and Owen. They have worked hard all summer to get to this point, so it's good for them to get their first international caps and put their hands up for Rugby World Cup selection. He says it was a bit of a shock to both of them when they arrived at the Welsh training camp or in the Welsh camp and they experienced how hard they actually trained in there. But he says they've adapted and they're doing quite well now. So other than that, my thoughts, Ireland here, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would say, yeah, Ireland-Wales, very tight game, it's going to be very interesting, and Ireland may be the slight favourite for me, but now that we sit here after what happened against England and Joe Smith not playing his best squad, I think that Wales is definitely in for a shout here and Ireland is not on top of their game, whereas Wales is quite recently became the world #1 team rankings wise, and things just seem to be going on an up for them. Also here that I now maybe overlooked was the Josh Navidi that's going to captain Wales for the first time. Congratulations to Josh Navidi. So all the best, what can I say? Guys, I will be reviewing this game with my Welsh mate in studio here, so we will get the take from a Welsh perspective after the game, and all the best. Have a great day or a good evening wherever you are, and full time.